What's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and today we are playing the Mechtitan. Mechtitan Core 2 mana 2/4 is a sweet vehicle that crews up for 2. You can pay 5, exile it and 4 other vehicles and or artifact creatures that you control, and create Mechtitan. This other guy over here that is a 10/10 with flying, vigilance, trample, link, and haste, which is it's busted. It's really good, but it doesn't have protection. That is the one issue that I wasn't sure if I should be going in with this card. But in testing, in seeing if we can find ways to make sure we're making this happen consistently, it's actually pretty busted. I'm a big fan of this card. So let's go and dive into how that actually works out for us. So first off, we can do this at instant speed. So if we're up against the decks that are board wiping, the other thing to remember is that we can't just pay 5 at instant speed, activate this, grab all of our creatures, put them underneath Mechtitan Core, and when this dies, if they have removal for, if they play like a Meat Hook Masquerade, just barely played out all their mana, boom, bam, our board is cleared, and then Mechtitan Core stays on the battlefield because it's high toughness, we can hit it and we win the game. If it does die somehow, we get to grab all of our creatures back and we dodge the removal, we dodge the board wipe. So Mechtitan Core, really awesome for multiple ways. We want to hit him with it, but it's also our way to protect our deck. So I built a deck that tried to build around this as much as possible, trying to find ways to dig for it. Ingenious Smith, one of the best ways to dig for it. Look at the top 4 cards of our library. We're looking for Mechtitan Core as we go through it. We have Silver Raven. We need more artifact creatures that are in the 1-drop slot. I wanted to have more of this in this place, but we need a Spell Pierce to be able to protect it, as well as just dodge other board wipes and removal in general, because we are playing a pretty aggressive deck even without Mechtitan Core, but we do want to make this happen as best as possible. So being able to scry through this is really good. There's another artifact creature that's a 1-drop that taps down creatures. So if we feel like we're finding Mechtitan Core early enough, I would replace this with that one instead, just so you guys know. We also have Michiko, Reign of Truth, to be able to hit in for lots of damage as well. Just going through kind of the different ones we have here. We have Reckoner Bankbuster to make sure we're drawing through cards. We have Automated Artificer to be able to ramp us up, to be able to play multiple things, to get through the deck a little bit more, and also be able to get to our 5 mana for Mechtitan Core a little bit quicker with all of our artifact creatures. We're playing a bunch of artifacts anyway, so Patchwork Automaton, it's just amazing. It has ward, it's good. It's an annoying thing if we have to bounce it and then have it come back without all the counters, but you know, same thing with whatever else. Ingenious Smith can't be bounced. Good thing to remember. Michiko can't be bounced. We also have Restoration of Eiganjo, which also can't be bounced, which is a little bit awkward, but it lets us ramp up to the 5 mana. It lets us put it out there for free with Restoration, so it's just really good. This also just turns on the rest of our deck without, if we don't end up finding Michiko, or if we don't end up finding our Mechtitan Core. We also have Circuit Mender, which whenever it leaves the battlefield, so if it ever there's a board wipe or dies, or we exile it with Mechtitan Core, then it will draw us a card. We get to gain the 2 life. If we find another one at any point, we can just kind of keep using that to exile cards, keep bringing it out there, keep going. We also have Cosima to draw us more cards. We just have lots of card draw, lots of ways to dig through our deck, try to find whatever we need to try to find our Mechtitan Core, but also just to find other pieces, Michiko, whatever else we're needing. Omen Kill, also another vehicle for us to be an amazing card for us. If we do exile it with Mechtitan Core, then it comes back as Cosima, which is pretty sweet. Then we can use it to, you know, exile it right away, draw more cards, or just have another attacker or something to crew up Reckoner Bankbuster, whatever we need. So that is the deck. Let's go and dive in gameplay. See if we can make Mechtitan. Dude, I cannot say that right. That's a tongue twister. Make Mechtitan Core work for us. Wish me luck. Here we go. Up against J-Law Rip. And this is a pretty sweet hand. I actually am a big fan of Cosima with Mobilizer Mech. That might be some pretty sweet shenanigans we can go for there. So keep this hand. We also have Automated Artificer. We have ways to go digging. We put this out on white. We play out Hotshot. We pass the turn. So we have different ways to play. We can just go super aggressive. Mobilizer Mech on turn 2. Cosima can be good because then we can attack in. We need another 1-drop would be really nice. More lands would also be nice. Do I go for Ingenious Smith just to be able to draw cards and find more pieces? I could also ramp up with this Automated Artificer. There's another way we can go with it too. You know what? I think we might go for that. Let's attack in first. So we have treasure map, which can also treasure land, whatever it's called, an artifact land. 50% of our deck is artifacts, so we should be able to hit something with Ingenious Smith all the time. Playing it there to go find our Mechtitan Core would be really nice, but we really just need mana and we need lands. Ooh, there you go. That's a land. All right, so we have the ability to play out 2 of our artifacts here. Omen Kill can help us go find more lands, right? So it's whenever we exile a land, you can be playing it. That's a good way to go. I think right now, though, I think we're just going to go for Ingenious Smith. And I think Mobilizer Mech. That's a Mechtitan Core. Well, just kidding. We're doing that now. Yeah. All right. We're trying to make that happen as much as possible. I'm playing in free play right now because I want to play up against people that first off don't have as much removal, so we can make the video more fun and have this happen as many times as possible. But also just because I am going for this instead of going for the win most often, because I want to make the video fun for you guys. I want to make Mechtitan happen, and I want to see how often going for it is actually the best thing to do, because I think it's quite often. So we need 2 more creatures and 5 mana, so we're a little ways away from that. 2 more vehicles and mana. We're not terribly far away from it. They're gonna go crazy. That's my turn. All right, that's good. Getting close to it already. How much mana do I have? So I have 4. We're gonna go Hotshot Mechanic. I'm not gonna play out Cosima just yet. We're gonna go Mobilizer Mech instead. We have blockers for days if we want it. We have 1 more mana to spend, so we really need a land. We need card draw. Mender might have been good to play just to have it block and trade off, but just pass the turn for now. And just get Mechtitan Core out in the battlefield, and then life is great. Yeah, we need 1 more land, 1 more mana. Arlen. Arlen's good. So they make big things. Big things are bad.
And werewolves existed in a delicate balance. Patience, my kid.
Alana. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I mean, the life linkingness of this Mechtitan Core is still good, so I'm not terribly worried. Beginning, so they don't put onto the Magda, which means we can trade off with the Magda pretty well if they attack in there. Yeah. So you're going with Mobilizer Mech. We're gonna submit 0. I'm not gonna block. I don't want them to have a chance to kill this with the treasure that they get here. Yeah, we're just blocking Magda. Oh, it is a 4/2. Darn it. Wait, why did it get bigger there? Oh, because the Targnar. Right? I should have been blocking with Ingenious Smith then. Oops. No blocks. We have to keep our guys out to find the land to go for Mechtitan Core. Getting the 10 life here on the next turn is way better, way more important. They have first strike blocker, but it's still fine. Okay, land. Yay! Okay, it works out. All right, so yeah, tap you down, exile all of the things. We found it. Life is grand. Another artifact's going to be entering the battlefield here, so it does buff up the Ingenious Smith as well. So, pretty nice. It's a big gold dude. It has vigilance, so even if... ooh, do I just go for... I think I kill Arlen instead, actually. Yeah, kill Arlen. We'll see if they block with Helena then. I mean, it doesn't make sense to. It has trample. It has, yeah, all the things. Helena is an annoying one for us because of how big everything else can get, but with the life gain, we're going to be okay to block something. Unless they have like Voyage to kill this, all the things. I'm trying to remember, does this bring it back in tapped? So the exile with Mechtitan Core to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control, so we don't get blockers, which is an issue. But if they kill it, we at least get Ingenious Smith to be a little bit bigger. So I think we just block to keep our life total as high as possible. Be able to let ourselves go on a little bit longer here. Yeah, just jump block. They have Helena for blocking. We just need to keep our life total semi-high. Circuit Mender will help with that as well. Hotshot Mechanic. And do I want to go for Cosima? That's the big question here over Circuit Mender. We need the blocker, so no. So attack in first. Yeah, down to 6. Gain all the life-esses. Gain more life-esses. Draw a card when we block with it as well. Yeah. Dude, this is actually, this is a matchup that's really good for us in general. Just something that won't have as much removal. They're going all in on all the other things. They don't have the mana yet to be able to make a dragon, which they probably need to be able to do. Kadama. Pretty good stuff. Giving it first strike would be amazing. I'm asking for more out of the Mechtitan. You know, it could do better. It could be more. Yeah, okay. Everything gets haste. That's good for you and all, but you know, also not. Even if Mechtitan dies, we just get to swing in with everything else, right? So we're good. Yeah, the life gain that we get from it, so good. Just goes for that after all of the buff that they went for. Kodama also has reach. Yeah, so we block here. They don't have trample. They do have trample. Doesn't matter. We're just drawing the card here. 21. How many things have other things? They get to grab a land. We get to grab a card. So Cosima, at the beginning of your upkeep, we can exile it away. So we'd have to keep it around for a turn anyway. Spell Pierce. Not really amazing here. Blocker here. Blocker here. Not enough to kill the Mechtitan, but enough to stop enough damage that it's annoying. So we attack in. The trample that they all have is pretty bad. I forgot about Kodama giving everything trample. I forgot about that when I built the deck around Kodama. I'm just bad at remembering things, guys. It has first strike. Okay, yeah. So down to 1. Cosima as a blocker. On blue mana, white mana, doesn't really matter here now. We typically need more white mana. All right. What else you got for me? All right, so they can double up the power of Tarknar, which can be pretty busted. They have Burgi, so they can start going off. Also bad. If they have Mirror Box, this could be pretty terrifying. But now they don't have Hollowness, so they're not buffing up their team as much. They still have Trample. But yeah, we've gained enough life. I don't think they can do anything here. Gets rid of a Goro. And still give haste to everything with the Burgi mana. Max in. All right, do I think they're going to have a buff onto this Magda? That's the real question. Having first strike would be amazing for the Kodama. I want to kill Tovolar. I want to block lots of damages. Again, it's a lot of lands here. Tognar gets bigger. They don't have any reach creatures right now, right? They can play out a Kodama again. I'm trying to decide if I have enough. Show me all the cards underneath. There we go. Thinking. They block you. Block like that. Stop them from drawing a card. We get to kill Tovolar. We're still stopping as much damage as we possibly could. Targnar gets bigger, 24, but I don't think it's enough with the 10 damage that we're getting here, or 10 life gain we're getting there. Yeah, so down to 2. Oh, just kidding. It's 8. If it had first strike, we'd be in lots of trouble, but you know. All right, how big can you rebuild? All of the lands out of your deck. Now you get to play Kodama, now you get to keep going with Burgi. And we're hoping to be able to spell pierce something useful. And photo scoops it up. All right, perfect. Whew. That's scary. That was also awesome. All right, pretty sweet hand. Do I want to hold on to the shelter or get it out for a land? We have 3 lands, right? So yeah, we're good. Keep this hand. Sorry, just really thinking through all of the options there. We're going to play out all the Storm Giants past the turn. Yeah, we'll hold on to shelter for as long as we can. That's a perfect first turn 2 play. We have a ton of turn 2 plays, which is a little bit awkward for this hand sometimes. We actually do want another 1-drop to be playing, so grab the Raven. Next turn, I think we're going for Automaton, Raven. I'd like to get the Artificer out earlier than later, but we're trying to go for aggro now. Baleful Mastery, letting us draw a card. Okay. Life is good. All right, so go you, which has Ward, which is good in this matchup. So this is going to be our win con at the moment. We don't have the Bankbuster, we don't have other stuff. Yeah, we're actually dropping this as well. We're going to find lands along the way. We are trying to go a little bit aggro because we didn't find Mechtitan Core yet. So I'd love to find that, make sure it happens every single time, but yeah, no. Sometimes that's just not how it works. All right, Bankbuster, I want... All right, no. Don't tap our colored stuff, yo. So Hotshot Mechanic. Buff you. Raven. Buff you. Having the Sejiri Shelter for the next turn could be useful. Land to get up to 5. We're gonna find them along the way. We have ways to ramp and everything. Do I go hold on to the shelter is the biggest question. They have a Mechtitan Massacre, which is a pretty good play for them too. I'd rather have the Bankbuster out there. We want to be able to draw into more stuff, do more things. Now we're just attacking in 4-6. Down to 14 past the turn. Mechtitan Massacre does kill lots of things, but Automaton, of course, stays around. Final Gods. So this still targets the ability. I think still does not get around wards, so they have to choose something good. All right, that's fine. All right, so Artificer. Finding a land there with a Jago could have been nice. I haven't played a land yet, but I'm going to hold on to the shelter this time. We're going to crew up 2-3. And we're just going to protect our 6-6 as best we can. Also, if we don't have to cast it, then that's amazing as well, because it's protection. So we can get through a blocker on the next turn as well, if need be. Final Gods. They have their snow lands. Board wipe would be bad. So Toski as a blocker, but that's still game. They don't have anything else. Sweet stuff. All right, so Restoration, grab a Plains. I mean, it is game already, but just in case, you know, crew you up. They might have some sort of a block here. So Shelter, you get protection from green. There we go. Good game. Wow. All right. Yeah. So that's the other side of this deck. Mechtitan Core is awesome, but we get to also have that kind of gameplay in this deck as well, which is just sweet stuff. All right. A little bit of an awkward hand in that we have like 0 artifact creatures and stuff. So even if this fine Mechtitan Core, we don't really have lots of stuff there. So, but it's still a really busted hand. Like we have Patchwork Automaton, we have Ingenious Smith to go digging for stuff. If we find another land before this as well, Treasure Vaults come in and immediately buff up the Ingenious Smith as well. So being on the draw is not bad for this hand. Wow. And honestly, just stacking these up against mono white's not going to be terrible for us. We at least get card draw before they get exiled, you know, which is definitely going to happen. Voice of the Blessed is actually a card that can really destroy us here. Wow, we have found all of our Ingenious Smiths. What the crap, deck? All right, hopefully we can find more lands. I'm actually looking for the Treasure Vault here off the top. Whoa, 50% of our deck. And we have most of our deck not being artifacts. Dude, that is like the worst luck you could possibly have. What? All right, deck. That was just stupid. We have 50% of our deck being artifacts. We have how many of our non-artifact stuff already here and available? That's just so dumb. All right. I just don't know if I can keep up with what they got going on there. I think I need to dig for the Treasure Vault again, like with this Ingenious Smith. Like, I'd rather hit lands right now than anything else. So try to dig again for the land. At least a creature is better than nothing. All right, so we find something. This grows both of our dorks. Yay, for growth. They get able to counter onto anything whenever they gain life. They can gain life here. I'm not going to be blocking that. I think we just keep their life total a little bit lower, swing in. Once this gains flying, that's when we're in trouble. We don't have a ton of ways to block it once it gains flying, other than Mechtitan Core. Once it gains indestructible, then we're in lots of trouble. And the amount of life that they're gaining means that our hastiness is not going to work out for them. So like, this is just a bad matchup, and then we drew terribly right off the beginning. And yeah, they're doing some good stuff there. Oh my gosh. All right, cool. Yeah, just, do you want anything else you want to draw? Just all of the things? Sounds great. You can gain life there as well. Yeah, you definitely gain life right now, dude. You have 2 Voice of the Blessed. All right, cool. Maybe they have like a protection spell or something. Yeah, that was just so bad. All right, yeah, we're done. So bad. Up against Cloud, drink and sweet hand. We'll keep it. A little bit awkward with the Mobilizer Mechs coming in Probably after the Patchwork Automaton. This is so good to be on turn 2 to be able to hit in right away, but I feel like just Hotshot Mechanic, Patchwork, start growing these guys is still going to give us more damage right away than Mobilizer Mech. Having the flyer might be useful though, so I guess we'll see what else they've got. Do I hold on to this? How much blue mana do I need? Not actually that much. So let's go ahead with Pathway. We're going to try to hold on to the Eiganjo. I can't say this. Seat of the Empire. That's where we're going to go. Empire Legendary Land. That's what we're holding on to. Up against mono red, that could be a very good thing. All right, so this is probably the one where they keep bringing stuff back. Is it worth blocking here and trading off? It's our way to crew up the mobilizers and stuff. And no blocks. Oh. All right, well, we didn't get it, so we're going for Automaton. Swing in, pass turn. Hoping for a 1-drop that we can play. Patchwork Automaton again. Oh. Alright, so we're up against a kind of mirror match, except mono red. Probably red-white is my guess. Having flyers could be good, especially with Michiko buffing that up. Could actually be really powerful. They can't jump block. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, Mobilizer Mech. Swing in. Definitely willing to trade off there. Down to 14 past the turn. So they're going to go aggressive, but we have our Michiko, which means we can go more aggressive than anyone. Hopefully. If we find a land. Maybe. You know. We'll see. If we do find a land, we are playing out the Mechtitan Core over the Bankbuster. We want to go for combo. Gots to go combo. All right, well, finding... We're going to go Ingenious Smith. I want to find the treasure land if possible, but just another 1-drop would be good as well. Ugh, come on. Automaton or Artificer. Ramp 2 turns from the time I draw it. 1 land gone, so we still have a high chance of hitting lands. It's also a decent blocker for us. Yeah. Sure. All right, crew up. Hit 4/5, pass the turn down to 9. No white mana. I feel like they gotta be playing white mana stuff, right? Maybe they just haven't drawn into it. Chandra. That's a pretty aggressive mono red way to play. Could just be like mono red reconfigure with Automaton as a really good thing to put lizard blades onto and whatnot. Like, it's not a bad play. I like it. They're going all in. We just want to kill them, so our life total is fine. I'm not going after Chandra. I'm going all in face here, and I think we have lethal, especially with this lady. So, yeah, play you out. Put it onto Smith. Yeah, that's lethal. Nope, not at Chandra. There we go. All right, good game. Good game indeed. Up against Unfit Apollo. Keep this hand. Definitely a keepable hand. Circuit Mender is a pretty sweet one to be blocking with if we're later on here. I think we're on the draw, right? Being on the play would have made this hand a much better one. Bankbuster. So the question is here. So Mechtitan Core can be crewed up for 2, which works with Circuit Mender. I could start hitting in right away. It gets out our Mechtitan Core right away. And I can still have the mana to draw with Bankbuster afterwards anyway. So I think that I'm going for the Mechtitan Core here first. Because the Reckoner Bankbusters don't actually get any faster. I want to get this one out there. It does crew up. It's a blocker. It's whatever. It means that they know what we're doing way earlier, though. And they just can't handle it, yo. They just can't handle it. Maybe they built a deck around mono red and like, I need to play Mechtitan Core. Guys, Mechtitan is that good. They see it, they scoop. Yeah, not a good hand. Mulligan that one away. Better hand. No blue mana. We dropped the Spell Pierce. We're going to hold on to the Raven. I'd rather be able to scry to find some better draws, hopefully lands, than to go for Spell Pierce late game, you know, which won't be very good. There's a lot of matchups where Spiral Pierce doesn't do much of anything. There's a lot of decks where it is really good, but yeah, I'd rather do better things. Play out the white source, pass the turn. There's our blue source. We'll hold off on that for now. Out Reliquary, play out Ingenious Smith. Grab a ramp card. Yeah. Prioritize ramp right now. Then all we need is one more land. We have all of the creatures' artifacts. Almost. Almost enough. Alright, so play you out. Play... Yeah, you out. Buff, swing in. Raven. Alright, so we're digging for a land. Do I have enough artifact creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I also need that as well. Is land more important? I have Bankbuster to draw with. I can actually play this on the next turn. We're gonna keep it. Oh, man, we do have some better plays than that. Like grabbing a Michiko, grabbing something else could be better just in general for our play, but we're trying to go for the Mechtitan Core, and this does get us closer to Mechtitan Core. That was the whole point, guys. All right, so we go for... Oh, I forgot. I do actually have the mana for Artificer as well to play it all out on one turn. So we play Mechanic. Yeah, make sure I'm doing my mana right. I forgot I have the Artificer to go a little bit better here. Do we go aggressive? They have like Holina online next turn, right? Yeah, they do. But I'd rather they swing in though. And I'd rather trade off here. So yeah, we go for that. Down to 14. We get Bankbuster. I could also just draw a card here with Bankbuster, but if we find the land, we got the Mechtitan Core. So pass the turn. All right, here we go. Come on, land. I could totally sacrifice Roadside Reliquary to draw 2 cards, then find a land. Yeah, no. All right, so Arlen. That's big. They don't have removal though. They create a bunch of Wolfuses.
Two's company, three's a pack.
Come on, land. Come on, land. Wizard Ball, they do kill something. All right. It gets bigger, which means that blocking with Reckoner Bankbuster doesn't do anything. Sad day. All right. We could kill it with Hotshot Mechanic. All right, yeah. Pass to my turn. Didn't have the mana to draw. Oh, we're so close. All right, so let's draw with Bankbuster first. Why are you tapping down the blue mana there? Yeah, we have to play out Artificer to keep the mana to keep going on all this. Just have blockers pass the turn. We're just all in on Mechtitan. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Is this the same person we played up against before? There is that possibility. We get to on top. Okay, so they have the mana for removal. So we're gonna tap down here and here. I could hold on to the Bankbuster for a little bit with this. Without the Hotshot Mechanic and then Silk Screw up the core. We already see one Boseiju. I'm guessing they're going to be playing some more as well. Get the counter there. Activate this. Is it better to get rid of the blocker or ways to draw a card? I guess I'd rather hold on to a blocker right now, right? Maybe? Ways to draw cards. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. All right. There's a Mechtitan for you. Do they have the removal for it right away? That is a question. We go at Arlen first, or their face. Arlen, what can Arlen do? Become a 5/5. Also add lots of mana. We go at face. They're low enough. They have enough blockers, it's not worth going with these guys because they can go really aggressive on the next turn. But the life gain is awesome. All right, yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Toski at instant speed. That's a lot of card draw. That is a way to potentially find the removal for Michiko. But they have to go in aggressively, which is actually really good for us because we'll have a bunch of guys come back even if they find a way to kill this. And then we have the Michiko to win. So we're still in good shape. Full of our re. And opponent scoops. Sweet. Good stuff. Splendid. All right, guys, this is very unlike me to be able to be on the play 7 times here with this deck. But deck did amazing. I played a bunch of games beforehand as well. And there's also one that I think was like the same matchup that we had before or whatever that wasn't as fun to show. So I'm trying to give you the best views. Actually, you know, I think it's the one time I was on the draw. So yeah, I was never on the draw ever, which is fantastic. The deck is fantastic. It was really, really fun to play. There are some issues with it, for sure. And I'm not sure what to change. So the biggest one, I feel like Spell Pierce was dead every game for us in this and when playing in free play. But I think if you're playing in competitive, like it's in ranked or whatever, then you're running up against a lot more board wipes, running up against lots more other things. And so I think people go to free play to play the other stuff. So if you're playing in free play, I think you play Portable Hole. If you're playing against other stuff, you keep switching to Spell Pierces and this becomes a lot better. Or do you just play the Portable Hole? You don't have to play as much blue sources or whatever, and it can maybe be a little bit more consistent. Portable Hole is a really fantastic one that buffs up Ingenious Smith, buffs up your, Patchwork Automaton, also your Michiko, all the stuff. Maybe just going up for more Michiko, going more aggro. I think this deck did need some removal, though. There was some removal was needed. Portable Hole would have been an amazing one against the Bard class decks that we were running up against the aggro decks, up against Mono White. It would have been just a really, really good thing to have on hand, and I was stuck with Spell Pierces instead of Portable Hole in that matchup, which definitely would have won us the game if we had it. So Portable Hole, I think, is the one that I took out because I wasn't sure I wanted to be playing it. It wasn't an artifact creature. I didn't protect the main combo with Mechtitan Core, so I wasn't totally sure it was the right way to go, but it works out. I felt like there was a lot of games we didn't find Restoration of Eiganjo, but it was amazing when every single we did. But I don't want too many of it because it made it harder to go from Mechtitan Core. The deck played out well. I think that it did exactly what it was needing to do. We got Mechtitan about as often as I was hoping for. Like 2 out of 3 games, we were at least getting a chance for Mechtitan, or they went so hard to stop that from happening that we won other ways that it didn't. So we still were winning with Mechtitan Core, or they scooped as soon as they saw it. So anyway, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below what other stuff, other janky cards, combos that need to be happening. Let me know down in the comments below what things need to happen, because that's what I do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.